Hello and finally welcome to game 2 in the Gear for Urgot 1v1 championship between Kelebra and Seraphinox. I really need to learn how to actually pronounce that guy's name. But yes, anyways, today we have Zed versus Jace, a very, I'd say very overpowered versus overpowered setup here. Jace with his amazing magical hammer cannon, which allows him to change between ranged and melee forms at will, and also change all of his abilities at the same time. And Zed, who is a melee assassin, which has a massive amount of escape and burst capabilities. So, as you can see, some friendly banter here between the two. Trying to figure out whether or not the Jace ban in the first game was actually a ploy so that he wouldn't ban it out the second time. But as you can see here, things are starting off pretty slowly as we wait for the minions to come along. But just to look at the items here, we can see that Kelebra has decided to go with 2 pots and a longsword, whereas Seraphinox has actually decided to go with a red pot and 6 health potions. So really looking to go for the long game here, trying to just stay as healthy as possible with that red pot, just to bring him, I suppose, a bit of safety, considering neither are using very defensive summoner spells. Both are using Flash Ignite, which is very offensive. Well, Flash is a sort of a given these days due to the simple, just offensive and defensive power it gives trying to get away. As you can see, we're playing here in solo top lane, just to, I'm not entirely sure what the exact reasoning is behind that, but I think it's simply because of that wonderful bush and the amount of jukes that could go down between there. As you can see, it's completely confined to the solo top, but backs are allowed, and you can see here that they're just starting off with a bit of passive farming. Because of Jace's wonderful ability to attack from range and melee, you'll probably see him have an advantage here at the start, just because of, able to poke away at the Zed player, while also just coming in every so often just to do a bit of melee damage. But we probably won't see any major fights until probably level 3 or 4, when they have all of their abilities at the ready. I highly doubt we're going to get to level 6 before this game ends, because this is 1v1. The games take very, very short, because it generally comes down to an all-in situation, which is where that red pot is going to come in really handy for the Zed player. As you can see, Jace is taking a lot of just poke damage here, which is actually really bad considering he does not have that many pots. He only has 2, so he's badly getting taken down here, but he is under the safety of the turret, which should allow him just to pot up and heal up. But one of the 2 rules in this is that it's either your tower gets taken down first or first blood, and that ends it. Just leave the game at that. But I'm quite excited to see what goes on here because of the versatility of Jace versus almost considered overpowered at the moment abilities of Zed. A little bit of misdirection there, and there is the power of Jace. Just I'm not even too sure what the name of that ability is. The acceleration gate plus his shock blast. Let's go with that. Those 2 abilities combined just is a massive burst combo. But uses an awful lot of mana, so you can see that Kelebra is already down to half mana and is also just taking an awful lot of poke damage. Zed is also winning in the farming stakes, which is I was not expecting, to be honest. But yeah, not exactly a whole lot to talk about here. At this current time, you can see that the Zed player has put 2 points into Shadow Slash, 1 point into Living Shadow, and 1 into Razor Shuriken. I have never played Zed before, so I actually have no idea what his abilities fully do, other than his ultimate, which is Death Mark, where it will do a percentage of the damage dealt after a period of time onto the player. So the more damage you do during the ultimate, the more burst it does once the death mark ticks, which is massively powerful if it comes down to a 1v1 situation, which it will. The Zed player is really pushing up on the turret at the moment. And also just going through those pots slowly. The turret is down at nearly half health, which is kind of getting a bit scary for the Jace player. But now he's choosing to go back, which could be really dangerous here. We have no idea how long it will take for Zed to actually take down that turret. That's taking chunks of damage out of it because of that 3 points in, what was it, Shadow Slash. No summoner spells used yet, and we are actually going to get up to level 6 as far as I can tell, because Zed has also gone back. As you can see, they bought up some more pots, but the main difference we're seeing here is the 2 Doran's blades on the Zed player compared to the Doran's blade and the longsword. That's a massive difference in this game. Like small differences are huge in 1v1. The Doran's blade gives 80 health, so that means that the Zed has 160 health, like compared to the 80 plus health that the Jace has. And there's also that passive which restores 5 health on hit, so Zed is going to be taking like 10 per hit, while the Jace is only going to be getting 5. And that's mainly because he won out in that farming stakes. He was able to go back and he was able to buy up 2 Doran's blades. And we should see that it will get very tense real soon now. I actually wish I had a second caster here. It would be so much better just to be able to talk to someone at the same time. But oh, and you can see the death mark has gone down on Jace, and oh my god, it's going really low. The flash has been burned, everything is gone now, there is absolutely no escape, and that's it. First blood goes to Zed. Didn't even have to use that red pot. Had that pocket red pot, which I'm almost certain he forgot about, considering he went down as low as 50 health. So, and there you have it, folks. GG Zed. As this is game 2, you'll already know that game 1 already went to Seraphinox, which means that the match goes to Seraphinox.
A summoner has disconnected.
And we're done. Thank you very much.